Welcome back, everybody. It's two flippin' dudes here. Big Red is back in town from a long voyage.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to thank Lucky Luciano. She was lucky the first week, not so much last week. So a quick recap on college. We went 4-7. We are now 19-23 on college. Not so good. But we are 50-50 on the NFL. Thanks to Monday night. Last night we went 2-0 to pull out of 6-7, which puts us at 15-15 and 2 pushes. So I did a little bit more games this week. First of all, because there were a lot of good games, and I think the more games we get, I want to try and get over the hump one way or the other. We're either going to go ahead in wins, losses, or go behind. And I want to see a trend start to hopefully happen here.
Ahead.
Yes, a trend in the positive, not the negative. So Big Red, I'm going to have flip pro today so I can mix it up a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and flip college, and I'm going to start with top of the board, Virginia Tech at Miami. I think that's a Friday night game. So once again, home teams are on the right. Heads will be home, tails will be the road team. And if you'll notice, there's a lot of home favorites this week. So we'll see what happens.
You're gonna like Miami on this one.
They've been
playing pretty good.
So first flip is a heads for Miami, so I hope you're right, Chris. Okay, so Miami minus 16.5. Next game, Washington at Rutgers. I believe that's also Friday night. So tails, Washington, heads, Rutgers. It is a heads, Rutgers minus 2.5. Maryland at Indiana. Boy, does Indiana look good. If you haven't seen them play. God, they offensive weapons. Maryland at Indiana. Maryland tails, Indiana heads. It is Maryland. Plus 7. Minnesota at Michigan. Michigan finally woke up last week.
A big win for them.
So favored by 10.5. Minnesota tails, Michigan heads. It is Minnesota. Plus 10.5. Oklahoma State at Kansas State. Kansas State up and down this year. Minus 4.5. Oklahoma State at Kansas State. It is a heads. Kansas State. No, heads, Kansas.
Oh. Apologies.
Heads, Kansas State.
I've been out of the loop.
That's what happens when you miss a couple weeks. Get a little rusty.
Here we go.
Get you back in there. All right, Arkansas at Texas A&M. Texas A&M minus 4. Almost lost that one. It is a tail. We are taking Arkansas plus 4.
Arkansas have a big win over Auburn this weekend.
Oh yeah, that's right. They did. Yeah. Oklahoma at Auburn. Speaking of Oklahoma at Auburn, Auburn is plus 2.5 against the old Sooner. Auburn plus 2.5 at home.
No offense.
I don't know about
I
that.
don't know if you guys saw that, but no offense.
They couldn't beat Arkansas. They're going to beat Oklahoma.
Would have beat them 9 out of 10 times.
Wisconsin at USC. USC minus 14.5. Oh, heads again. USC minus 14.5 at home against Wisconsin.
I remember they're fired up after the loss.
Louisville at Notre Dame. I think Louisville is undefeated, if I'm not mistaken, so that should be
I think
good.
they're pretty.
They're coming around. So heads, Notre Dame, tails, Louisville. Plus 4.5 for Louisville. TCU at Kansas. Kansas struggling this year. Heads, Kansas, tails, TCU, plus 1.5 at Kansas. Georgia at Alabama. I didn't realize that game was even this week already.
This is the big
Good
game
Lord,
of the
what
week
a
here.
huge game. Let's get a good flip in. It is heads. Alabama plus 2.5 at home. Oregon at UCLA. UCLA did a nice job covering last week. Can they do it again this week? The coin says no. It is Oregon, the road team, minus the 24. Arizona at Utah. Utes playing pretty good ball. Heads. Utah, minus 11.5 at home. The wonderful Florida State Seminoles, who looked really impressive in their 14-9 win last week or whatever it was, at SMU.
Florida State won?
And yeah, 14-9. I forget who they played. Cows. SMU Heads, -4.5, Southern Methodist. Last two games. I don't know why I put these games on the board. Look at those spreads. Mississippi State at Texas. Texas looking like a home run champion here. Texas minus the 38 against Mississippi State. Ooh, that's a big number. Ohio State at Michigan State. Michigan State is +24 at home. And it is heads, Michigan State +24. I do not like that at all. But anyway, it's the coin doing all the work.
Turn over the pen. All right, let's go over to the NFL. We've got Dallas at the Giants. That's a big rivalry, isn't it?
That is the Thursday night game.
Thursday night game. Heads. Giants +5.
New York Giants.
All right, we got Denver at the Jets. Jets are -7.5. Jets.
Show the heads so you can see that.
Got Minnesota at Green Bay.
G-S,
Green Bay -2.5. Heads.
What is with all the heads?
That's today.
Green Bay.
Green Bay
They're probably
-2.5.
going to win that anyway.
All right, we got New Orleans at Atlanta. Atlanta -1.5. Heads.
Is there a tail on that coin? Do we have a two-headed coin?
There it is. All right, Philly at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay getting 2.5.
Oh, my God.
5 straight heads. All right, we got Pittsburgh at Indy. Indy's +1.5 at home. Ooh, bad flip. 6 straight heads flips for me. Here we go. Got the Rams at the Bears. Bears -1.5 at home.
You've got to be kidding me.
7 straight head flips. All right, we got Washington at Arizona. Arizona's -5.5.
Well, don't go tails now.
Oh!
Tails.
Broke the streak.
Arizona's going to beat them.
All right, we got Cleveland
Well,
at
maybe
Las
not.
Vegas. Las Vegas -1. And tails again.
Oh, boy.
Cleveland.
Cleveland, who?
All right, Kansas City at the
They don't beat
Chargers.
anybody.
Chargers getting 7.
Ooh, now we're going tails.
We're on a tails kick. All right, we got the Bills.
KC.
Got the Bills at the Ravens. Ravens -2.5. Tails again.
Tails.
All right,
Bill.
Tennessee at Miami. Is this a Sunday night game?
No, 2 Monday nights again.
Okay.
So the Sunday night is the Bills Baltimore.
that should be
Tennessee,
good.
Miami, Seattle, Detroit, 2 Monday night games again this
Yeah,
week.
that was great. I enjoyed that last night, except for the loss by the Bengals. All right, we got Tennessee at Miami. Miami's -1. Holy moly, another tails.
Tails. And last bet,
Last but not least, Seattle at Detroit.
Wish us luck
Detroit is
this week.
-4. And tails again.
Tails.
5 straight tails. 6 straight heads and 5 straight
oh
tails.
my goodness. So we'll back away and there's your board for the week. What did we do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 16 college games. And I think I left out just a couple pro, but let's see how we do this week. Hopefully we'll get over the hump on both. I did want to say one thing that I did. I went and looked online at just a couple of the guys that charge money. I didn't even make it past 10 seconds of the first guy. He came on and immediately the first thing out of his mouth was, let's try to get to 500 this week. They're charging you money. This is free. We're at 500 on pro. We're just a little under on college, but we're going to try and make it up. The coin's got to go high one week and low the next. That's what I'm hoping for, so we can get a little trend pattern going. Thanks for watching. We are 2 Flippin' Dudes, and we will see you next Tuesday night.
We're 2 flipping idiots.
2 Flippin' Idiots is more like it, yeah. Thanks, everybody.